prayer?
Yes, I will. Let's pray. Gracious and loving God, we ask that you be with us this evening and impart your wisdom on all gathered tonight. And the decisions made here be to your glory and be used to build a better community for us all. In a time of growing uncertainty and fear, come beside us, O Lord, and be a guiding beacon in these turbulent times. Ask a blessing on our elected and appointed officials, city employees, and those gathered in this chamber. May your protecting hand be upon them as they do their jobs. All this I ask in your most precious Son, Jesus' holy name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. Thank you for being here tonight for our city council meeting. Could we have the roll call?
Mayor Mike Drees.
Here.
City Attorney Darren Rice.
Here.
Alderman Dewey Eccleberry.
Here.
Alderman Cody Atterbury.
Here.
Alderman Clifford Reaver.
Here.
Alderman Tyler Lampley.
Here.
Alderman Eugene McGill.
I'm present.
Alderman Jerry Lisenby.
Here.
Alderman Terry Stahl.
Here.
Alderman Gary Moore.
Present.
Minutes from the April 12th, 2022 meeting were presented for approval. Do I hear a motion to approve them?
Make that motion.
Have a motion by Alderman Reaver, seconded by Alderman Lampley to approve the minutes of the last meeting. Roll call vote, Lampley.
Yes.
Lisenby.
Yes.
McGill.
Yes.
Moore.
No.
Reaver.
Yes.
Stahl.
Yes.
Atterbury.
Yes.
Eccleberry.
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Current bills are presented for payment. After examination, do I hear a motion to approve them?
I'll make that motion. I'll second that motion.
Stahl. Have a motion by Alderman Stahl, seconded by Alderman Eccleberry to approve the payment for the bills for this meeting. Roll call vote, Lisenby.
Yes.
McGill.
Yes.
Moore.
Yes.
Reaver.
Yes.
Stahl.
Yes.
Atterbury.
Yes.
Eccleberry.
Yes.
Lampley.
Yes. Public comments. Anyone with comments they'd like to give to the city council, we're affording you 3 minutes. And if you could give us your name and your address when you come up to speak. Don't all rush up here at the same time. Looks like we're not going to have any public comments tonight. So if we could, let's move to agenda item 1. Non-union employees' pay increases and benefits. My understanding is that as a practice, the city, after working through an agreement with, in particular, the IBEW, would afford those same increases and benefits in pay to the rest of the non-union employees. Those benefits, as we passed here, are 3 years with an increase of $1.25 the first year, 80 cents the second, 80 cents the third year. Any questions or any information anybody wants to?
Will we be doing it for our part-time, like out at the airport? I know I think they've kind of gotten left out on some things, and I think the same increase should be given to our part-time people like that. Hourly, part-time, however you want to.
Okay.
Is there a dollar amount of what that will cost for the non-union employees?
Don't have a total expense for that, no.
I didn't do any calculation.
So how many part-timers do we have?
3 at the library, 1 at the airport. We've got 2 working part-time at the cemetery for the summer.
I would say, I mean, I don't know about the part-time, the ones that we did at the summer help for the cemetery. I was thinking part-time as in year-round part-time, like our airport and maybe the library or whatever.
Is Libby included in that?
That would, I mean, she's not part-time, so that wouldn't be in my motion. I mean, that would.
But is she included as the non-union And not to put you on the spot or anything, it's just a question.
She's a full-time employee, so I'd assume.
Okay.
Okay, so Tyler, how do you wanna craft your motion?
Our part-time permanent employee, I guess would be the best way to word it. You would understand what I mean by that motion, not like our summer help out of the, cause we've already like approved at what pay for them, so. I was thinking like at the library and the airport. We've just kind of, I know we've left them out in the past when we've looked at their pay.
We just hired somebody at the airport,
And they were bumped up when they were hired.
so I'm not sure, do you wanna include that?
And do we wanna put like a,
Maybe
Yeah,
starting with
year.
year two?
Starting with year 2 of this.
Yeah, if they've already got their pay increase, you know, based on,
That would be the 80 cent increase on year 2?
yeah. If they've already got a pay increase over what, well, we'll say at the airport what Bill was making because it was a little bit lower.
But,
The new part-time guy was bumped up from that,
Okay.
how much?
$2.
$2?
Yes, sir.
To what?
$2.
is that due to minimum wage going up?
Maybe it's $1.50, I'd have to look back on Bill. I'm sorry, Terry.
Is that due to minimum wage going up, the reason it was bumped up, or?
That was just a suggestion that was made, that they deserved a little bit more.
I would think you'd have to work up at least a year before you would be bumped up.
Okay.
Do you agree with that, Tyler, or?
Yeah. Yeah, I just knew that there was, in the past they had gotten left out, I just didn't, yeah, I didn't know I was opening up other.
Yeah, you go up
Yeah,
to
part of
there.
there. So-
I mean, I would, I'm just. I mean, I would not have a problem going with the way that we've normally done, and let's take a look at the part-timer at the airport.
Yeah, maybe we, yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
and then I think we actually tried to increase the library at one time. Did we run into some obstacles there?
They get bumped as the minimum wage increases. When
Well, they're already, I guess they're getting, I mean, that's a
So
dollar an hour,
are they
so-
getting a bump already?
they got bumped at the first of the year when the minimum increased to 12.
Okay, then I withdraw my
Okay,
part-time.
so now the motion is what?
To do what was presented in the agenda.
Okay, all right.
I think we need, I guess, I
And we
would,
can
I think we need to
reevaluate.
reconsider when we get some additional information.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
can
we
reevaluate.
don't want them to think that we're ignoring them, say they're not a valuable asset to the city. It's just that
Yeah, I didn't realize there'd already been some
many times we vote on things that, we don't take a look at the total dollar amount.
Tyler made the motion. Do you have a second?
Second.
Have a motion by Alderman Lampley, seconded by Alderman Reaver to approve the pay increase in benefits for non-union employees to be given as the same as the IBW employees in the last contract. Roll call vote, McGill,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes,
Reaver,
Yes.
Stahl,
Yes.
Atterbury,
Yes.
Eckelberry,
Yes.
Lampley,
yes.
Lizenby.
Yes.
And that passes. Agenda item number 2, resolution approving the inter-fund transfers. I understand this is an annual event and is recommended by our auditors.
I'll make the motion.
second.
Motion by Alderman Lampley, seconded by Alderman Moore to approve the resolution that provides for the interfund transfers. Roll call vote, Moore,
Yes,
Reaver,
Yes.
Stahl,
Yes.
Atterbury,
Yes.
Eckelberry,
Yes.
Lampley,
Yes.
Lizenby,
Yes.
McGill.
Yes.
Agenda item 3, resolution zoning board appointment. Jenny Farmer is the person I'd like to nominate for the open zoning board seat. She's an employee at Carnaby Square, but has 4 decades as a lender in retail operations and as an HR manager. She's lived in Nokomis, Mount Zion, Warrensburg, Normal, Springfield, and Decatur before deciding to return home to Fairfield. She was a park board member in Nokomis and a member of numerous volunteer groups in each of the cities where she's lived. With the consent of the city council, I'd like to nominate Jenny Farmer to be on the Fairfield zoning board.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Motion by Alderman Eccleberry, seconded by Alderman Atterbury, to approve the appointment of Jenny Farmer to the zoning board, and that is to fill the unexpired term of Cody Atterbury. Roll call vote, Weaver,
Yes.
Stahl,
Yes.
Atterbury,
Yes.
Eccleberry,
Yes.
Lampley,
Yes.
Lisenby,
Yes.
McGill,
No.
Moore,
Yes.
That's 7-1, approved. Agenda item 4, resolution of the library board appointments. This is upon recommendation by the director of the library. 3 individuals, David Land, Kayla Warren, and Diane Robinson, to the library board for 3 years.
My only question would be to Attorney Rice, is that a conflict of interest for Kayla?
She, this treasurer has historically been on that because she serves as the library board treasurer. That's why she's on there. That's why the treasurer has always been on the library board, because she attends those meetings and takes care
And I'm
of
not opposed to it, I was just questioning whether it was a conflict of interest.
I know it would be a conflict if she was an elected official and was on this board serving on other boards. I've run into that before. I don't think, under these circumstances, she's an appointed, and she's an employee, so I think it'd be, acceptable, yeah. I
Thank
don't
you.
see a conflict. Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Make the motion.
I'll second it.
Motion by Alderman Reaver, seconded by Alderman Lampley, to approve the appointments, to the zoning, or to the library board, and those will be 3-year appointments. Roll call vote, Stahl,
Yes.
Atterbury,
Yes.
Eccleberry,
Yes.
Lampley,
Yes.
Lisenby,
Yes.
McGill,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Reaver,
Yes.
agenda item 5, an ordinance lowering gaming terminal fees for fraternal and veterans establishments. This would approve the ordinance to lower the video gaming terminal license from $250 to $100 for the licensed fraternal organizations and licensed veterans establishments like the Elks, the VFW, and the American Legion.
I make the motion.
I'll second it.
Motion by Alderman Reaver, seconded by Alderman Lampley, to approve the ordinance lowering the video gaming terminal fees from $250 to $100 for licensed fraternal establishments and licensed veteran establishments
For clarification, it is per machine too.
per terminal.
Yeah.
Roll call vote, Atterbury,
Yes.
Eccleberry,
No.
Lampley,
Yes.
Lisenby,
Yes.
McGill,
No.
Moore,
Yes.
Reaver,
Yes.
Stahl,
No.
Okay, so that's 5-3, I believe. So it passes. Agenda item 6, temporarily closing the alley west of McDonald's. It's the road that goes between Maine and Delaware, and this is a temporary thing, correct?
Yes, yeah, they're anticipating construction on a new McDonald's beginning May the 2nd and completion sometime in August, so, Brian Lugers has requested that we close, that alley, and they're also trying to work out some arrangements to get the car wash for storage. But just through construction, like from May the 2nd through the end of August was his, hopes. And again, it's just temporary, because I know a lot of people, I've had a few calls where people use that alley and they like it being open, and, when I told them it was just a temporary closure, it seemed to be okay. So, I would make a motion that we approve that.
I'll second that.
motion by Alderman Moore, seconded by Alderman Lampley, to approve the temporary closure of the alley west of McDonald's. Roll call vote, Eccleberry,
Yes.
Lampley,
Yes.
Lizenby,
Yes.
McGill,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Reaver,
Yes.
Stahl,
Yes.
Atterbury.
Yes.
Mayor's report. Good news concerning the restoration of the lake at Lakeside Park. The Illinois Natural Resources Conservation Service, or the NRCS, has been notified that Fairfield will receive funding to do a preliminary investigation into the city's drainage problems. Robert Matthew of the NRCS, based in Champaign, says funding should be available to start within a month with that study, and that could take up to 3 months to do. There'll be more information at our May 10th meeting, where a member of the NRCS will be here to explain further what they're going to do. This is the first step in securing federal grant money to restore Lakeside Lake and solve many of our Johnson Creek watershed issues. The way it goes is it'll be in steps. First of all, we get the money for the study. We do the study, which I said will take 3 months. Then hopefully there will be money available, federal money, to be able to design an effort to be able to put the lake back and help the drainage problems along the watershed. And then at the end of this, it is a 65-35, typically a 65-35 funding source, with 65% of it coming from the federal government and 35%, which could also be in-kind contributions by the city to be able to bring the lake back. So this was really good news this week, one step closer. We've learned many lessons from Saturday's coordinated cleanup in town. The Wayne County Health Department volunteered to work the electronics recycling in the fairgrounds. They were deluged early in what one worker described as a mob scene. Many of the people who showed up with multiple devices were not even from the city or even the county. Over 18,000 pounds, or 9 tons, were collected in 45 minutes. Meanwhile, the city experienced a similar deluge of junk at the Street and Bridge Department. FMB took in over 2,500 pounds of paper to shred at the bank parking lot. The county, the city, and the health department will have a meeting. I called the county board chairman. She's willing to meet. We're going to meet next week, and we're going to have a meeting scheduled for quickly trying to schedule another electronic recycling event. Last time they only had 1 truck, actually they ordered 2 trucks and only 1.5 of them were filled, so they felt safe in only having 1 truck this time, and of course people were lined up back to McDonald's at 7:30, so that was a problem. We started Fraternal Order of Police negotiations today. Our 3-year agreement with the police expires at the end of the month. After a review of our market, the city has been advised to buy at $5.23 per decatherm for next month and May 2023, blended together. This is the second time that we've hedged. Over a year ago, the previous administration granted 2 Class C liquor licenses to establishments for the purposes of gaming. Today, I inspected, actually, I wrote this and then got involved in negotiations. I am going to go tomorrow morning to a business called Big Money Slots that's going to be opening in downtown Fairfield. It has passed state plumbing and minimally meets, as far as I can tell, the definition of being a restaurant. Also have calls from the second Class C liquor license, and I will be going to inspect their work. The state plumbing inspector has said both of them have met the minimal standards as far as plumbing when it comes to restaurants. Any questions about the mayor's report?
Do you know what it costs for these like electronic days? I mean, is it like something that they charge per pound on how they do it?
No, actually the reason why they took one, Tyler, is because Last time they ordered 2, and as long as they're full, they don't cost anything, okay? But they got 2 last time, and half of it wasn't filled, which cost the health department $800. So that's the reason why.
Yeah.
I guess what, this is a total guesstimation on my part. Of course, that was prior to COVID.
Yeah.
I think probably people took a run on 55-inch flat screens during COVID, and that's,
I didn't know if this is, something we could look at, partnering with the county and the health department. I mean, you're having a meeting to do as a
Yes.
quarterly project and like.
Well, we're gonna try to
people
get one-
these, electronics all the time, and I don't wanna miss our
No.
ditches anymore.
no, we're gonna try to get this one as fast as possible because of the outcome of this particular one. In the meantime, you can, if you wanna pay 50 cents a pound, you can go up to up to one commercial drive in Flora. That's where the secure processors are, and they take, personal computers and laptops and flat screens, and so I mean there is an opportunity. The real problem with this is that there's been a proliferation of dumping since Saturday
Yeah,
in the county by virtue of people that didn't want to go back home and unload.
yeah.
And in fact, there was a huge part of it that was dumped right behind the floor hall. That was a problem for the fairgrounds. So, I think we've learned a lesson.
So you're meeting with the county and them, is that to get something for them involved also?
Yes, what I'd like to do, Alderman, is not just, if I'm gonna be in charge of bringing these semis here, then I feel like I'm gonna have to limit it to the city, and I don't really wanna get into that kind of thing, so I called Amy Pollard and said, would the county like to partner with me as well as the health department? And she was very amenable, so I think we're gonna try to work the same deal and at least get a couple of semis. That would be, that would be another 9 tons. So, I would hope that we'd be able to take care of the need in that.
So are you looking for a city trailer and a county trailer?
No,
I mean,
think-
if the city's gonna pay for it, I would hate to see our citizens are the ones that are turned away because they
No.
try to get there and can't.
No, I'm gonna order it from a company that's gonna send me 2 semi-tractor trailers. They do this, and it'll be free as long as we can fill a trailer, because they make the money by taking the electronics to be recycled. So the purpose was so that we could have people, by including the county. This event obviously had quite a few people from outside of the county that caused a problem, pulled up with trailers full of, 8 or 9 flat screens. I want to be able to have them show driver's licenses to prove they're from the county, and then partner with the county so that we can take care of Wayne County and the city.
And maybe that's something you can do more than once,
Oh, I know, absolutely.
Until we can
So we can get caught up.
get a handle on it.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years since they did it last time. Obviously, that created the proliferation of these devices. Yes,
This study on Lakeside Park,
yes.
how often do we have to do that study?
Well, this is going to pull together all the studies that have been done in the past
Okay.
in one 3-month attempt to be able to get, the study is the first step to be able to develop a design. And we think that there's gonna be money, federal money, for the design as well.
And then, is that lake in the city, is that city property or is it park property?
Tyler, you went to the park board.
It is park property currently, yes. We have a deal, they'd be willing, if we get to where we're going to fund it, they had no issue, handing park property over to us. That way it'd be ours, so that we could do the fixing of Lakeside or whatever needed to happen to help get the grants, whichever way it needed to stay. It needed to stay with them or it needed to stay with us, whatever the grant process came out to be, where it was more likely to get the money.
Okay, I just didn't wanna do a bunch of studies on it, spend city's money, and then find out, well, it's the parks, we don't have anything to do
The
with it.
city's not gonna spend any money until we get to a point where we're looking at the possibility of the federal government paying 60% of it, and I would, if that's the determinant, I'm sure the park board's gonna be quick to be able to help us by giving us the property that would fill up that lake.
Okay.
And is there an invitation to the Illinois Department of Natural Resources and the Army Corps of Engineers, cause I think they're the ones that hold the key of what happens.
I'm putting this in the hands of the NRCS and the US Ag Department. I'm sure that'll be part of the study. Yeah, there's so many layers to this by virtue of the fact that the Army Corps of Engineers, the ones that breached the dam, there's, you know, the
Department
area
of
that,
Natural Resources.
the natural resources was part of it, there was, you know, this was multi-layered, and part of this would be the federal government lifting the designation of the hole that's there now as a wetlands area. So, I mean, it's been very complex. Miscellaneous comments.
I'd just like to thank Dennis Mitchell for his upcoming retirement and for the dedication he's had to the city.
Thank you.
There's nobody here from the street and bridge, but I've had a couple of, their Dr. Molt's office there on 10th Street.
Yes.
That's, I think that's supposed to be a 4-way stop sign, but it's actually a 3-way stop sign. And we've had a couple of residents in the 4th Ward, maybe said maybe they've come close to being in an automobile accident there because
Somebody did the soup again.
somebody don't, you know, there's a stop sign, and I'm not for sure that it is a 4-way, but I think it's something we need to take a look at.
Okay. I can talk to Street and Bridge. Anything else? If I don't hear anything else, then I would entertain a motion for closed session. Madam Clerk, can you read the provisions of that?
To discuss section 2C21, minutes of closed session meetings, 2C11, pending litigation, 2C1, appointment, employment, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body. Do I have a motion to adjourn into executive?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Motion by Eckelberry, seconded by Lampley to adjourn into executive. Roll call vote, Lampley,
Yes.
Lisenby,
Yes.
McGill,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Reaver,
Yes.
Stahl,
Yes.
Atterbury,
Yes.
Eckelberry.
Yes.
And I don't anticipate we'll be coming back out to take any action. Thank you very much for being here this evening.